Oh, welcome to McBoss Capital channel. My name is Michael Chu. This is recap for the week for the growth stocks list for week ending June 27, 2025. And yeah, we have a very strong week in the market recap video for the indexes. If you haven't watched it, please go find that video previous to this. And we talk about how S&P and Nasdaq make new high. So that's quite impressive. And so yeah. Very good news. So looking at the growth stocks list, which we focus on in this video, we have about 350 something stocks here that we follow, and out of that, 192 is currently in uptrend, meaning they're above their short-term 10 and 21-day moving average. So that's about 60%. So last week we closed it pretty low, 28%. And this week we have bounced back, and you can see from Monday it starts to improve 46%, 59%, and then we drop on Wednesday, and then we bounce back Thursday, Friday. So yeah, it's it's not super bullish like 80%, but we are getting better. So that's good news. All right, here's the Excel spreadsheet that track the growth stocks I follow. This is the symbol column, and there's about 357 stocks, I believe. So yeah, and at the bottom you should see a lot of them are in downtrend, but as you move up the list, we're gonna start to see more in uptrend, and then some of them are within 1% of the short-term moving averages, like the 10 and 21-day. And then here, this column shows if they make recent highs, right? So this is very positive. If they can make recent highs, new highs here, so that's very positive. And then the performance gain here, we have SEZL at the top here since April 7th. So that was the day the market make a new low, and this is the performance in terms of percentage gain. And my fundamental criteria for the stock for this 357 stock list is that they should have 4 quarters of growth above 10% average earnings in the next 4 quarters. So that's very important. And also we have relative strength here for the week and for the day. So yeah, I usually follow these stocks here, and we have different groups. Right now we have SEZL at the top, and SEZL is a financial service specialty stock. So here is SEZL. It's in the finance credit card payment platform area, and you can see that the forward earnings, like it was doing really well in terms of like triple-digit earnings growth here, even triple-digit sales growth here recently, and then we can see the earnings growth going forward are still pretty strong. If we look at the weekly chart here, this is a spectacular chart here because it has gone up on the weekly chart like 12 weeks here, and we are at all-time high, like quite high here. On the daily chart, we can see a breakout right here. This cup with handle pattern here at the bottom here. Forming this handle pattern, and then we gap out on earnings, and then it really followed through, like it didn't even pause much. And then you can see it right the 10-day pretty good until right here. There was one blip here, and then it continues after that, and then we saw it pull back once more, but it didn't really even go down below it. And then we're seeing more choppiness now. The range is a little bit wide and loose here. So we could be near a top soon. I'm not sure. Like no one really knows, right? But it just shows stocks that are really strong. They can go on longer than most people think. The volume has been a little bit lower than usual now. So that's usually not a good sign, because as the market tops, meaning less and less people will want to get in. And but we did see some volume on Friday, and it closed at the middle range, so maybe it can still have more room to run. But yeah, so this is definitely by far the number 1 stock on my list right now. Number 2 is CRDO. CRDO is in the Internet Network Solutions. Again, looking at the triple-digit growth earnings here, and also sales, very strong, powerful fundamentals here. And then going forward, it's slowing down, but it's still very, very nice numbers. And then this one also make new high on the weekly chart. You can see here, and it's a very powerful rally as well here. Looking at the daily chart, it does find support at the 10-day right there, and then another one right there. So it's quite a bit of support at the 10-day so far. So Right now, yeah, it's a little bit extended, pull back on Friday, but it still look pretty healthy. So it is a little bit extended right now. So that's one thing to keep in mind is that right now I do believe a lot of growth stocks are, at least the ones here, are very extended, meaning they could pull back hard at any time. So that's the risk there. So if you miss most of this, it's probably too late to get in unless you have a very good entry point, like a really short-term pullback bounce of it, and then you could probably get in. Here's IREN Financial Service Specialty, triple-digit earnings growth going forward the next 2 quarters, and this one just starting to come out right now, looking very sharp as well. And the volume here is just super impressive. Like the whole week, it just keep going very strong. This one, also riding the 10-day a little bit. It does go below the 10-day a little bit before it bounced. So here's the last one was right here. And then since then, it hasn't come back yet. But yeah, most growth stocks will come back to 10-day. So if you buy to extend that, you're bound to like give back quite a bit before it finds support again at the 10-day. Next, we have MGNI ranked number 4 in the computer software enterprise. Here's the weekly chart. It's just barely trying to make new highs right now, very close to it. We did have triple digit the last quarter. Sales are ramping up, and then earnings are also in the teens in the next few quarters. So on the daily chart, you can see it finds support here near the 10-day moving averages. And then here's another few drops here below the 10-day, just very slightly before it bounces again. Right now, it looks like the acceleration is pretty strong. You can see the angle right here. It's definitely, pushing it to highs and looks a little bit extended for sure. Again, many stocks are extended right now. That's the biggest problem to get any entry point. Here's Celestica in the electrical contract manufacturing. This one has been doing double digits for a while, including going forward this year. It's very strong. Look at the sales number, like, in the teens as well, very stable. This one make new high this week as well, really strong. On the daily chart, again, very tight action. You can see it right the 10-day. So it falls below it once in a while, but like it bounced pretty fast. And then the last bounce was right there of the 10-day. And then now again, a lot of these stocks, you can see they're accelerating right now in terms of price movement. So generally, when we see acceleration in price movement, that usually near the top. So again, I know market looks good right now. It may be tempted to be like, if you're not in 100% or you're very low in terms of your allocation, you might want to jump in all at once right now, thinking that the market could go a lot higher, and they could. No one knows how far this will go, but just be mindful that this, it can go up more, but it also can go down very fast. So if you get caught in a pullback, a very strong pullback, then you need to manage your risk really well if you're getting into at this entry point. Next, we have ALGM ranked number 6. This is in electrical semiconductor here, manufacturing. This is Allegro. Allegro here, it has 4 guidance that are much stronger, right? You can see the previous quarters are negative, but going forward, it's very strong. And right now, it has broken to recent new high here, and very strong week as well. And so here's the last support level around the 10-day, and then it kind of dropped below the 10-day a little bit here and then bounce. And right now, you can see again, this one is starting to accelerate as well. So a lot of these stocks are quite extended. Next, we have SIM in the machinery, general industrial area. And this one also have, 5 to 9 cents growth, much better than the last 4 quarters. And then sales accelerating as well. And so this one also bounced very strongly recently, especially the last 2 weeks. You can see here. Looking at the daily chart, we have this 1-day big push right there. This breakout right here from this narrow, really tight range. And then it kind of give back a lot of gains, right? Right here, give back a lot. Again, this is why is not, you don't want to chase stocks that are too extended, especially from the 10-day moving average. They generally do pull back, give you another opportunity, and then here's the bounce, right? That's when I got in right here. Right now, again, it's starting to look a little bit extended from the 10-day. So, always be ready for a pullback because that's what it does. All growth stocks do that. They will pull back eventually, and then gives you another opportunity to get in. Next, we have HSAI, ranked number 8 in the auto truck original equipment group. Here's the forward guidance earnings here, all in the triple digits growth, 6 to 31 cents, looks very strong. And then sales, same thing, 40 to 64% growth, very strong. So here is the last week's movement, very strong bounce. It did make a recent high right here. So there's one more high here that is trying to break from the left side of the base. The only problem with this stock is like, it's even this week, like you can see one strong day up, and then the next day give back quite a bit. And then the next day it bounced even more. And then the last day on Friday, look at where it started out in the morning, like really low, and then it closed at the top. So the swings are incredible on this stock. Again, a $20 stock, there's lots of volatility in this, when it's around that range. And when it's not too liquid, right? So just be mindful of those illiquidity causing volatile trading. So we have number 9, Vertiv Holdings, electrical power equipment. Look at this earnings. This is amazing earnings growth. Look at the sales. Look at those sales. Like, it's so consistent. I mean, this stock has been a tear, since this bull market started. We had this huge base right here. Then we went up and formed another base. Then we fell that base and come back and reset everything. Basically, this is like a reset. So we are officially in base 1 right now, and we're starting to move. So again, this is a previous leader, and it continues to show that the sales and earnings are strong. This is definitely a good long-term hold, at least based on this current characteristics. But even for short-term trading, I think there's they're a little bit choppy. You can see there's a lot of choppiness, but it does rise. So if you can play that way, that might work out for some people. But again, depends how you trade this. So as we see, this is Arlo in the security area. So very diverse, even in the top 10. We have different stocks in the top here. And then this one are starting to improve on the earnings here, from 15 cents to 17 cents compared to last year, which was around 9 to 11 cents. And then you can see the sales also starting to improve as well. So right now it's near all-time highs right here, trading so tight. This is a very interesting chart because it went up quite a bit, and then instead of coming back down, it just went sideways for a few weeks here. This is very promising. I think this stock is very promising. I mean, you don't usually see this kind of chart. So the volume is rising, and even with the high volume selling, the price is not giving, right? If it gave, it would come down and hit 21 day or even further. But it hasn't give back. And this is in the top 10 still, despite moving sideways for the last 3 weeks. So it just shows you how much strength this could have once it starts growing again. So Life is still in the downtrend. Same thing with Kavana. We have STX in the data storage, and same as MU. We'll go to MU first because MU just reported, and look at those forward numbers, still very strong in the triple digit gains here. This is tremendous numbers. This is like really good looking numbers here. And of course, we hit new high with the earnings coming out, but it did kind of pull back after that. So it's holding pretty tight. It's not falling. So there's probably some profit taking, and but it's not falling hard. Like, it's just giving back a little bit. It's digesting the gains that it has gone up quite a bit right here. So it's quite amazing. Next, we have XTX, which is in the same group, computer data storage. Again, this is just phenomenal run. Look at this run on the daily chart. It barely give up anything so far, like very little below the 10-day, very little. So going into the weekly, just looking at their forward earnings and guidance, look at this number. It's triple digit, right? Including current quarter. So there's, so it just looks really good. Again, this is at all-time highs. So here we have KRMN, Aerospace Defense, and number 14. The defense group, obviously, with recent war news and all that, like that area has really, taken a front seat. You can see here from 3 cents to 5 cents to 11 to 14 cents going forward. That is very strong. And this is a pretty recent IPO. and I don't think many people know this name yet. And look at this run right here. This is quite amazing. Again, this one can be very choppy in the short term, so depending on how you swing trade this, it could be shaking out quite a bit. But recent trade looks very healthy. It's working right now. This is my last entry point, and took some profit here on Friday. But yeah, it still look very strong. Like it's accelerating, and that's the thing that I'm seeing. A lot of growth stocks are accelerating this last week, especially. So yeah, because there's lots of defense stocks, we might as well talk about those. This one also running HWM, make a big move on Friday here, also on very high volume. Next we have AAR Corp Air. This one starting to move after this recent pullback, and again sideways consolidation right here. This is what you want to see when it kind of pull back, and it just went sideways, and then now it's starting to move. HEI, HEICO. This one also consolidate around here, very tight action, and then now it's starting to go again. Looks really good. So at number 15 is SMTC, Semiconductor Fabless. We have AVGO, NVIDIA, and TSM, the three mega caps I covered in the main market video. Please watch that if you want to follow those three. And then we have SITM being in downtrend right now due to offering that shoot them down. And then we have AEIS. This is a very strong stock. I've been talking about it almost every day on my daily live stream. Then we have MTSI, and you have Marvel, Slab here, even Rambus, ADI starting to come up, and so forth. So yeah, we'll cover some of this. Here's SMTC, Semtech. The chart a little bit squished because it has dropped a lot from the highs here. But you can see right here was the tight consolidation, then we bounced, and then we consolidated more right here, right? So we went sideways again, and then now we're starting to move. So that's where we at with that one. Here's Advanced Energy Industry, AEIS. Here we have this nice run, pull back, and then we bounce, and then we pull back again, and then so far we've been finding support near the 10-day. So here's the last bounce. So right now it fell on Friday, was a reversal, so that's quite negative. So we'll see if we find support here next week. Next we have MTSI. This one is a really nice, good-looking cup with base pattern right here. Cup with handle pattern here, and then it just slide along the 10-day, and then it hasn't touched the 10-day in over 10 sessions now, so it looks really good. Friday we have a nice reversal as well, so that looks very sharp. So here's the bounce at the end of the day. So some of these chip stocks have really corrected. Marvel is another one here that has corrected so much. But now it's slowly coming back. This one is not as strong as the others, but it is slowly coming back. We had another pullback recently right there, but it found support right away, and now it's rising at a faster, much steeper slope here. Next we have 17 ranking LITE, momentum in the telecom fiber optics. This chart is also very sharp. Look at this 10-day moving average. It has break that support one time here, and then bounce off it here, and then it hasn't touched it since. Very strong. This is a very nice chart. Next, rank 18, AFRM, doing well. We have SOFI in the financial area, Upstart, all these three stocks. We have Circle and Citigroup, XYZ Block here, and even TOST, TBBK here. Let's take a quick look at this. AFRM, went up really strong here, and then it went kind of sideways again, finding support at 10-day, and then once it start moving, look at this slope right now. It looks really sharp. Next, we have SOFI. SOFI also digested around recently right here. It pulled back once more. This was the last pullback, and then it taken off after this breakout. Look at that, really accelerating. And here we have Upstart. Upstart having lots of trouble recently, but right now it found support recently here, and then it's again, look at this action here. It's not coming down hard at all. It's just going sideways. Looks really good. Here's Block. Block recently went up quite a bit, and then again it pulled back to 21-day few times here. Right now it's trying to move up. Right now it looks really good too. It just moved up this Friday. And then we have a hot IPO recently, Circle. It went up really strong in the first, I don't know, 10 sessions here. But since then, it couldn't find support. Even on Thursday, that was, I tried to get in there, but it quickly fell and reversed, and I got out. And Friday was a really bad day once it reversed. And you see, once it broken that low of Thursday, it just dropped pretty hard. So you can see Thursday low right there. Once it dropped that level, it just accelerate downward. But yeah, it's building. Possibly going to build a base here, and then maybe come back up. So we'll see. We'll have to be patient on this one. Citigroup, it's moving really nicely. Look at this recent consolidation. Except one day it went below the 10-day. But again, this is something you need to like train your eye on. Whenever it bounces back after a drop below a short-term moving average, that's usually a pretty good sign. Now, it doesn't always work, of course, but when they do bounce back right away the next day, it's always a good sign, usually. Anyhow, after that, it came out and then it just went up pretty straight here. Look at those volume coming in on Citigroup. And this is not even a small cap. This is 157 billion cap. And look at the earnings going forward, very sharp here. And we have TOST coming up here. TOST, again, consolidating recently. It did move this week. It bounced back from this recent pullback here. It's looking good. Like Thursday and Friday bounce. If we do come out of this area here, this is a nice flat base. If we see some, we could see something like this right here. That would be nice. But yeah, something to watch out for. It could work. Then we have TPBK, attacks the Bancorp, right? The Bancorp here, breakout as well, really nice. It's been moving up nicely. Look at how tight it's trading on the down day. That's exactly what you want to see. When it pulls back, it just doesn't give up much. Next, we have CRS, ranked number 19, making new highs here in the steel specialty alloy area. The forward guidance earnings, look at this earnings. I mean, this has just very strong, stable growth. The sales are starting to pick up again, so that looks really good. And this is just a very nice chart. You can see the earnings line right here. It just continue to grow quarter to quarter. Very powerful, making new highs right now. Look at this like really strong volume as well this week. That's exactly what you want to see, even as it make new highs. Now, usually, on the breakout, you want to see high volume like this right here, but sometimes near the top, we do see highest volume ever. So that could be a potential sell sign. So just something to watch out for. So next on rank 20, we have JBL. And then I just kind of group by industrials right now because you can see industrials are quite strong in the top 100 here, very strong. And we'll look at some of them, but we have JBL in electric contract manufacturing, MYRG, building maintenance service, SCI, chemical specialty, Coherent, electronic parts, FN, electronic contract manufacturing, RefG, building mobile manufacturing, XMTR, machinery, MTZ, heavy construction, right? We talk about aerospace defense, HWM, MVT, another electrical power equipment, APG, security safety. We have FSS, also security safety. We have RO, building heavy construction, MAX, commercial service advertising. And we talk about ALGM, ETN, diversified operations, ITT, machinery, general industrial. We also have TT and ESC in machinery, general industrial. So very strong stocks here. So yeah, feel free to watch those. They're very strong right now. Then we have HIMS, still in a downtrend after falling hard. Then we have Bumble gap up right here. And then it kind of fall back towards this black line here. So we'll see if it can hold. So it's trying to do that right now. We'll see if it finds support there. In the next ranking is SHAK, retail restaurants. We have another all these retails here. RCL, leisure service. Netflix, we cover in the main market video. SC still in a downtrend. We have Dash here, DoorDash here, making new highs. Yeah, there's some stocks here, and feel free to look at them. Shock Ninja, API. Tesla is again, we covered that in the main market video with RSI here as well. SXT, Melly. So those did make new highs here, but yeah, feel free to look at some of them. Let's go to SHAK. SHAK right here. Yeah, looking very good. You know, it's finally supported the 10-day after this pullback here that shake out quite a lot of people and then it bounced off. So that's a nice reversal. It's trying to break out from new high right now. And then here's RCL. RCL, you know, it was trading really tight here. It had 1 day below the 10-day here. Then it bounced back right away. And then we have another shakeout day right here, where it pulled back all the way to the pink line. Then after that, it has pretty much you know, has gone pretty hard. So it's now at new highs here. So this dash chart looking really strong too, right? Look at this. It just goes sideways as it consolidate, and then it now is accelerating actually. So a couple of stocks that went down hard this week: SITM and Palantir. This SITM, it was doing really well until this day, right? So, you know, it was looking really good until that day. So there's really not much you can do. My stop went out at around 10-day moving average for all my positions. And then right now it's trying to bounce back, but you know, it looks pretty weak, like in comparison to the drop. So that's the problem right now. Palantir, it was looking okay. You know, I mean, it hasn't moved as well as others lately. You can see the relative trend line was flat even before this big drop, right? It just wasn't moving much. But then, you know, again, then we have this drop on Friday. Yeah, I'm not sure if there was any specific news that pushed it down the hard, but that's you know, knowing this is been a leader this year and now it's just kind of not performing well. You know, and I don't want to group them together, but another stock that has really not done as well is App, right? Again, it could be that, you know, stocks like them, which were previous leaders right here, you can see the big run right here. Maybe they're just, you know, went too high in terms of valuation or something. But this one is starting to fall apart as well. DELL in the computer hardware furrow. Here's DELL. Looking very sharp. It was doing this type movement after this nice run, except again, 1 day below it, and then the next day bounce back right away. And then right here, this is a nice acceleration right now, breaking out. Looks pretty good. So gaming also in the similar group here, also moving up here, and then it kind of went sideways. We have this 1 day below the 21-day moving average, and then after that it's been bouncing. So far the bounce is okay. It's not the strongest, but it is also not the weak, you know, not really weak. So we'll see if we can catch a break here, breaking out of this area here. XTR, Extreme Networks, rank 42. This one just came out from this nice consolidation handle here. And yeah, it's been going up. It didn't go up on Friday. It did pull back. So we'll see if we will find support near the 10-day here. At rank 52, we have PHC in the medical ethical drugs here. So this one trying to come out right now, which is looking really sharp. It's been holding you know, the lows here at the bottom, and it's trying to break above the highs here. And Friday it did it, and the volume is super high here. So watch out for this one. I think there's a high chance, but obviously it's been, like I say, very shaky recently. So this is like my fourth time trying it. So we'll see if this breakout works or not. Another stock that is a little bit shaky recently is Reddit. It came out right here, very nice pattern, you know, tight pattern here, came out, and then it, you know, trying to find support right there. Then it pulls back here again. Even though it's been choppy, it hasn't touched the 10-day once so far. But it is very choppy, you know. So you can see there, it's just up and down, and right now it's, you know, near the bottom again, near the 10-day. Next we have rank 58 BDSG, and 60 we have Spotify, and 63 we have Katie. So here's BDSG BrightSpring. Very nice consolidation here, but it fell, I don't know, probably due to some news. And then it found support, it bounced, and so far it's holding above the 10-day right here. And then on Friday, it was able to make new recent high here in higher volume. So that looks pretty good. Next, we have Spotify. Spotify was trading really tight right here, and then it started to move, and again, it's finding support, and it hasn't touched the 10-day for a few days now, for almost a week. So it looks really good. Next we have KD trying to come out, but you can see I did try that day, but it reversed and it got me back out. So right now is trying to find support near the 10-day again. We'll see if this next time it breaks out, it will work or not. Twilio trading really tight recently, really tight, and then right here it found support 10-day and it's trying to break out right now. We'll see if it will work. Looking at the rest of the list, feel free to go through it on your own time. We look at Billy here. This is a Chinese stock, so not sure how that's gonna work out. We have Rambus here, making new highs on Friday. Let's see what else do we have that we haven't really touched on yet. We did touch on Microsoft in the main market video. Very strong stock. We have MTRX here. So this one is in oil and gas. Yeah, I think the oil and gas kind of pulling back, right, recently. So I'm not sure if I trust any bounce at this moment. So yeah, feel free. There's some stocks that make new highs on Fridays here. Feel free to go through them at your own time. But we're starting to go past the 100 ranking. But we're still seeing lots of uptrend stocks. Yeah, so you can see even as we go down here, we're seeing lots here. So there's definitely a lot of stocks bouncing right now after this nice week here. So hopefully the market can continue with the new highs and the growth stocks to continue to move. Friday wasn't the strongest day for the growth stocks. I mean, it was balanced, but it wasn't like a strong day despite the market went up quite a bit. Right. So, I talk about this in my main market video, right? I'll just show it one more time here because I think it is kind of important. The IBD Innovative 50 is the top 50 stocks that IBD follow every week. And it did pull back on Friday stronger than the general index. You can see this big drop. And not only that, the bounce is not as strong as we saw on the index. It didn't come back closer to the highs here. So that could, maybe, again, I don't know, like it could signal a shift towards a bigger pullback here or not, I don't know. But when I see relative strength, which coming down, sometimes that could be a one-day thing or it could turn into a one-week thing, so we don't know. So yeah, and then as we go down the list, you see the bottom 100. For sure, still a lot in downtrend. So overall, it's a very good week. But in terms of progress, depends on some stocks you're in. Like if you focus on Palantir, you got probably hit hard. So yeah, let's see how it goes next week. It's a shorter week next week, Monday to Thursday. Friday is Independence Day. So yeah, stay tuned until then. And I'll try to be on my live stream as usual. Feel free to follow, like, subscribe, and comment. Thank you very much.